All right, all right. Let me share a few things here. First of all, I'd like to share that Pennsylvania key three is out 17 draws right now. That's a long time. So get ready for that. Hopefully, should be hitting here. And then if you look at Pennsylvania midday, you'll notice that four is out 10 draws. So you could say three or a four, or you could just say a three. But that's definitely going to be dropping here soon. And I can never guarantee anything, but right, whatever. Um, and you'll also notice here, this is my single box pair patterns. You'll notice that 8 is yellow and it's out 17 draws. So that one would be one you would want to watch, and possibly for the AC position, because that it likes to drop. The 4 as well likes to drop in the AC position. So those two would be good to watch. And then if you look at the midday alone, interesting, 7 and 11 are both due right now in the general sense. So, and 7 is out 40 draws. That's insane. So I would look for this 7 to be dropping on the AB soon. I'm not sure about the 11, but that 7 is going to be dropping on the AB soon. And then I would also say that 8 possibly will be dropping in the AC position soon. Now, this is kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about. So when you go to I kind of reduced some stuff in here because like a lot of my filters, I really haven't even been doing much, pretty much at all. Just haven't been, but I was getting into a little like blackjack and stuff a little bit more. So, I don't know, lottery kind of it's one of those things, I get the patterns and I get the numbers like insanely low. Like I can get like from time to time, of course it's going to just hiccup and I'm like, what happened there? But it is like insane. I can get it like so low. It's like, you know, awesome, great. But it's like bringing home the win in my world is a little harder because I try to get it so low. I don't like to play big groups of numbers. So, and that's kind of like I'm an enemy to myself in that, so, but anyway, so looking at my pattern page and you go down to the SBPP, the single box pair patterns, you'll notice that here they are right here. Here they are by color, and you'll notice that, like I said, 7 should be coming over to the in general, right? And then also the 8, and then also what was the other one? It was sorry, it was 11. So one of those will be coming back here to Pennsylvania. Like it's coming. So a lot of times I have my stuff down to 3 pairs, 3 to 9 pairs. Okay. And I've been really good at the timing aspect of those and then reducing those. So let's just say I start off with, 3 of these patterns, right? So a lot of times what I do is I will go over to Lotto Odds, and I have a few different pages open here, but okay, I opened up my Wisconsin. This was the winner tonight, and I already flipped it to box version. So this is the thing I wanted to ask David. Up here, this is I call this in my own world here. I call it the playground. So this is what I use to, you know, sometimes I literally just stay up in this, and I'll just reduce with that, and I won't even do anything in here. But that's not the normal for me, but it is something I do sometimes. So what I would recommend, and I think it'd be really, really beneficial to anybody using this site, would be to have up here, first of all, you have lowest winning digit. It'd be really nice to have right next to it just digits or just keys, call it whatever you want. So you can have a drop down and have all these keys. But you can actually isolate, say, okay, I want to see, 2 and 3. The last time 2 and 3 hit, not just lowest winning digit, but just in general, last time 2 and 3 hit, here are the patterns with that. Or the last time 9 hit, here's the patterns that came with that 9. I mean, that would be so, so awesome. So I think that'd be great. And then also if you had another one, like I said, I know you can put pairs up here, but then it doesn't really affect here. But it'd be nice if you had up in here. like a little drop down that had the pairs, just a boxed pairs in general. Um, just somewhere in here, just box pairs in general. So I could come in here and I could click, the last time, my SB pair 7 hit, or the last time my SB pair 7, 8, and 11 hit, and I can click those pairs that are, identified with my SB pairs, and then I can be like, there they are. Okay, the last time one of those 3 patterns hit of mine, here they are. This is what came with those, right? um, or just even if somebody's not looking at my stuff, just in general, having the pairs up in here, you'll be able to isolate, you know, whatever 3 to 6 to 9 pairs, and say, all right, the last time those 3 pairs hit, here's the patterns, and then you can start reducing based on that. So very, very, I think, beneficial. So those are the 2 things I would like to recommend. I thought I had something else, but the main thing was the keys and the pairs. I think that'd be super awesome. And I wanted to share a couple things that I do that I've been doing on here to reduce. So you'll see over here, I reduced already for tomorrow for Wisconsin. I got it down to these, but I'm not saying it's going to be one of these. It was kind of a quick thing. But I want to show what I did. So first of all, I open up, a lot of times I have 2 open, but right now I have 3 just for an example. So what I do is I come in here, and before I do anything, a lot of times I'll look and see what is due. And right now, currently, if you look, you'll notice even, odd, high, low, low is out 19 draws for the midday. And if you go to the combined, it's out 12 draws. Now, I can't say that that's going to hit tomorrow. It should be pretty soon, but 12 draws is not terribly long, but it is the top dog. So it shouldn't be too much longer. But that being said, what I can say is, looking at the high-low in the pre-sorted, you'll notice here that there has not been, look at this, high, 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 all high, 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 high. There has not been a low, low in any form. This is pre-sorted for a while now. So I think low, low should be coming back. But even, I mean, that's pretty obvious, but if you go to pre-sorted AB, you're going to notice that there has not been a low, low for the pre-sorted AB. That's what I'm looking for, because this one hits very often, right? Low, low does. So I would expect that to be dropping soon. So what I would do is, as an example, I'll come over here and I'll say, okay, I think it's going to be low, low tomorrow. Okay. So let me just get rid of everything except for low, low. Okay, so there I got low, low. I can't really say it's going to be that one, but just as an example, I'm just going to say, yeah. I'm going to say yes to the even, just as an example there. So, and then I'd come in here and do even, and see. One second there. All right, so now we're isolating those 2 patterns. So now I can look at this and see what I do is I'll have this. I'll sit here and do this using this up here, but I also a lot of times will have one open that's fresh. Okay, let me just refresh this one here. What I do is I'll have one open that I can kind of monitor that default page, because that default page, and sometimes I'll even have like a few of these open, so I can monitor, whatever I'm looking at. I flipping hate when I do that. I hit that and it turns blue like that. All right, so this is what I do. Come on. Gosh. Okay, so I keep this page open here so I can look at this, and I can flip between, if I'm looking at the daytime and right, and all these different filters. I'll keep this one open so I can monitor this default page as I'm messing around with this page, because this is the page that I'm really going to pay most attention to. And I had Minnesota down to just a couple numbers doing this. It works really good. for the most part, but you can definitely overkill it, and I'm really good at that. But I also get it down really low too. So, okay, so when you look at this page here, this is the one I adjusted it so low, low, and even. You'll notice here, look at this. There hasn't been a 9 in a long time for that particular pattern. And look at that, right? So if you said, you know what, I think it's going to be the pair sum 9, because it's like crazy overdue for low, low, even, right? Box form. That's going to give you just those numbers right there. No, I don't know. Is it going to hit tomorrow? Maybe not. But the next time, pair sum 9 in any form here hits with a low, low, and a even, it will be one of these numbers. I mean, there's only a couple numbers, so it's not like it's rocket science there, but it can be really useful doing that. So what I do is I'll keep one open to monitor, to do what I just did here, but I'll keep one open on the level page, on the main level page, to say, okay, 921 just hit. Really 10 is like really due, right? So maybe I would want to focus more on 10, or maybe I'd want to do a couple different versions of this. But anyway, so that's just one of the way I do it. I use this stuff up here, and you can also do the same thing for like sums too. I think that gets overlooked sometimes, like, because I'm using pick 3 4 SCG, you can really determine a lot of times, what sums it going to be or whatever. At least there's certain, like if you think it's going to be 11, 12, 13, and 14, now you just isolated that, right? So last time that those hit, and if you think it's going to hit in there, you can, there's so many different ways to like manipulate this thing. That's why I think having the pairs up here is going to be just awesome if David would do that. And then also keys in general, because isolating like 2 or 3 keys, because oh my gosh, that I get that all the time. I'm always getting it down to just a couple keys. Using the V tracks, I just kill it with keys. I mean, for real. Like looking at this stuff here, look at the 8 tracks here. Like I could tell tonight, like, where did it go? Maybe neighbors. I'm sorry. Wanted to find that there. Come on. Oh, that didn't hit. Look at this. So a 0 or a 1. That should be coming back here. That's for the evening alone, though. I don't think I looked at it like that. You see how that's out 3 and 3 together, 3 and 3? Now, this is just in general, right? And 8 tracks, 0 is a 1 or a 4, and then 1 is a 3 or a 7. So you should be getting one of those here. Because look at this. Since 416 and probably beyond, that's the longest it's been out together. So I would, look at that. It's been out 8 here, but it's really been out only 2 if you put them together. 7, no, it's only been out 2, 1 and 1. See that? Not even out 4. It hit. See what I'm saying? So there's gonna be tomorrow evening a very high chance there will be a 1, a 4, or a 3 or 7. But then I even go further and I'm able to get it down to like, okay, so then I'll look at the AC here. And sometimes I can actually tell if it's going to be a certain number, like I did the other night here in Wisconsin. Like I knew for like 100%, I just knew it was going to be either a 1, 6, 3, or 8 for the A or the C. And then I circled obviously the 1 and the 3 for the A, and I circled the 6 and the 8 for the C, because the odds of it being the 1 or the 3 in the end are not as likely, and it was the 8. So it's still a little bit of a, work, but it really is cool to like use the keys and the pairs to bring it down. But anyway, if you look at the Wisconsin combined, you'll notice on the pre-sorted here, you'll notice, look at that. That's a 3 or a 7. So that should be coming back. What are we out? 6 draws right there. Look at that. Again, longest since at minimum, probably into May here. So I would expect a 3 or a 7 tomorrow with, I can't say 100%. I get that, whatever, but it's going to be coming. It's going to be coming. So 3 or a 7, very, very likely. Very likely. So what would be nice is over here is if we could drop down here and go over here to any digit or keys and say 3 or 7. And now I can look at just the 3 and 7s. So that's why I wanted to share. I don't know if there's something else I wanted to do. Some other things I do some different things with the FSB. Let me see, do I have a page? I don't have a page open. But anyway, so yeah, this is when I did the sums with. So I did you can isolate the sums to find a different pattern in here. Like, look at that. When I isolated those sums here and look at the daytime alone, back, right? I think I overkill it because I actually doing the same thing over here on the Excel here. I've been following it, Minnesota and Wisconsin combined here, and I've been doing the miss and back and all that stuff together to see how that works with all 3 of these states, Wisconsin, Minnesota together. And I follow it in here still. And you'll notice here on this page, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute here. So tonight's drawing came in already. And what was tonight's drawing for Wisconsin? Because I did not. It was a 056 box. So, okay, look at that. No, again, it was not one of the top ones. Go see when I hover over this, 6, 7, and 14 are the top ones because they hit very often in every state. 7, 14, 6, they just really do. They repeat quite often. And if you see them out, they're going to come back. So, that has not hit here. Look at 7s right here. There hasn't been a 6. Look at this combining. This is actually combining Wisconsin and Minnesota right now. And I do have it on that. And wow, there has not been a 6 in a while here. So I'd expect that to be dropping. And what's nice is that these are combined. My SB pairs are combined for Minnesota and Wisconsin. And like on here, you can see it looks like 11, 12, 13, and 14 are both, all those. One of those is about to hit 11 through 14. And see, then I can look at it, separated. I can separate them as well. And then, like right now, currently I have a couple things set up for tomorrow. Like I said, I think there's going to be a 3 or 7 here in Wisconsin. So I'm going to start that up. So we're down to 31 tomorrow. I could be wrong on this AB, but I'm going for that. I X'd out of that because I'm not sure about that. SP pairs, this is a king for me because these are awesome. They flip very often. Just like you got to know how to time it. Oh, and I actually said low. I think low is going to hit 2. So 12 is out. 16. It's kind of whatever on that midday. Nothing really show anything, but like if I think that 12 is going to come back, then I would just look at 12 here, and that's these 3 pairs, right? So I could just come over here if I wanted to and put in 12, hit start. And we're down to that for tomorrow, for midday, for Wisconsin now. And it's a little risky doing just 1 there, right? So maybe I don't want to do that. I also, like I said, I really like, I like at least low. At the least, I like the low to come back. I would do that. I prefer the even because I know it's the most due, but let's just do this. So, wow, look at that. Okay, so it's a little bit different numbers, but nice. And what does that give me if I put in the 12 as well? Is there any left? 27 is the only one for tomorrow midday. Maybe. Can't guarantee it, but maybe. Um, and okay, yeah. So maybe one of these tomorrow here. If it's one of these ABs that I have, and then a 3 or a 7 is used, and then at least a low with a mixed. I'm saying it has to come with a mixed instead of just all low or all high. And then it would have to be one of these. So maybe tomorrow it'll be that for midday. I'm not going to do the SB pairs, but see, sometimes what I do is I'll come over here and I'll just put in the 3 pairs or 4 pairs, which is great because it isolates it, and then you can come down here and use this stuff. But I think it'd be awesome if they would put it up here, because then we can really use this to our advantage to, isolate stuff. Like right now I have it isolated as to those sums, right? 11, 12, 13, and 14. You can do many different things. You could just do, like everything you do on here affects it. So it gives you a new outlook. That's why I keep the default page open, even another page open that has like isolated to like maybe a pair sum or something I see. If the default page is showing me, that, it's not going to probably be a 2, then I would probably abandon this, right? On the 1, 2 sums, like if it's not showing me a 2 or something like that. That's why I always keep that default page open and use that as my main reference. As I sit here and dig around in here, I don't want it to be skewed by that. So, and it seems to be working really well. But it's easy to over filter, but like I keep saying, just keep a default page open so you can monitor that, so you're not like going too far. But keys, sums, and the high-low, even odd patterns are the king, and then the pair sum stuff, I think, because pair sums are 8, 9, and 10 hit the most, but I mean 8, 9, 10 is like 100 and what is it, 60 some numbers. That's damn near all of them. So it's like, of course, 8, 9, 10 hit the most. It's almost all the numbers. Isolating it, I remember I seen somebody do, and Joe, he did he isolated pair sums, 8, 9, and 10, and then he isolated like I think the patterns for this or something, and he was able to tell like which one it was going to be. It was really cool. It's on the forum on Lotto Odds. All right, I gotta go to bed. I'm sorry. I don't want to ramble. The main things I want to talk about, I talked about. So that'll be it. And then here's what I got for Pennsylvania tomorrow. If anybody's interested, I'm probably not going to play online, but I'm just showing you. I really haven't even been playing the lottery. I just, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of bored with it, but I'm trying to keep my interest up into it, and isolating stuff, and it just gets annoying because I get it down so low, and I mean I get it down like like this, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers boxed like crazy often, and then I like screw up, or I'll only win like a small amount because I don't put enough on them and stuff. And I just think it just gets kind of like, I don't know, like 3.5 years doing this is kind of getting old, I guess. So I'm trying to like kind of think in different ways. I'm trying to think outside the box, and I got a couple things I've been kind of working on. But anyway, I am going to bed. So hope this helps. All right, have a good day.